Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into Vichar. My name is Padmishri and today we're going to talk about how to travel authentically. For the sake of better understanding and inspiration, I have divided this video into three parts. The first part is called Great Things Never Came from Comfort Zones. So what do I mean by this? Do not try to do something that is similar to your home country or wherever you have lived the longest. Try to find what you are curious about. Try to find what will actually make you happy rather than following into an influencer's steps or trying to match what your friends have done. Travel is not a competition. It is not a checklist. Travel is a very personal quest for self-growth and therefore is unique to you. So it makes total sense to, take that piece of paper and that pen, write down what, piques your interest about certain places, what excites you about certain cultures, which cuisines attract you, which history you would like to explore, which religion, political scene you are keen on knowing more, so on and so forth, or so on and so forth. It may not even be as complex as this. Maybe you're in the mood to just relax. Maybe you just want to see, beaches. Maybe you want to see something totally different than what you're used to. That's fine too, as long as you are being genuine and truthful about your own needs. You're most certainly going to enjoy this travel. This step is important because when you do narrow down the places that you want to visit, that you are genuinely interested in visiting, you are able to, come up with some number of sites to see. And again, because you have clarified what your purpose is, you know that during whatever number of days that you will spend there, you want to invest your time doing exactly what's going to give you joy. So let's say, for example, this is a trip to relax and you want to spend most of this time in relaxation. So it doesn't make sense to follow the Lonely Planet or, a blog writer who has suggested 10 or 20 different things to do because they may interfere with your plan of relaxation. In this case, you want to do your own research of which types of beaches you would like to visit, where would you like to stay, so that those beaches are close by and you're able to, take full advantage of the time you're spending in your place of travel. So this is the first part. The second part is called Travel Doesn't Become an Adventure Until You Leave Yourself Behind. What do I mean by this? Many a times we go to a place carrying our past with us. We will start to compare what we are seeing to our home. We would want to compare the food, the air, the landscape, so on and so forth. And my suggestion over here is that leave everything you know at the airport of your departure. And when you arrive, look at the world with, brand new eyes. This is indeed a new place. This is a new day. These are new people. This is a brand new culture. So why carry all of that baggage with you? Just leave it behind and step into this new world and embrace this new place as though it is your own. Just imagine that this is where you're born now. And you're going to learn everything from scratch. So from how people are crossing the road, let's say, how people say hello, how do they say please, thank you. These are the few phrases that you must learn in your place of travel so that you're able to build better bonds with the locals. And also pay attention to where do they go for their meals rather than going to a McDonald's or worse yet, finding a restaurant that is serving food from your own country. Go to the place where the locals go for their meals, because in this way you'll be able to experience that culture fully by walking the way they do, by talking the way they do, by eating the way they do, and perhaps even sleeping the way they do. When you do this for a few days, you can truly, genuinely say to yourself that I have actually experienced this new country. But if you've been doing the same things as you would do back home, you just were the same person in a different background, which is, in my opinion, a total waste of time, energy, and money. So get out of that comfort zone and leave yourself totally behind. okay, and take this opportunity as a brand new life that you can lead for a number of days while you're away from home. And the last part is called the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes but in having new eyes. So when you do all of these things that I have, enumerated, it essentially allows you to change the way you're thinking, to change the way you are seeing the world. It is in fact neurologically proven that when you act in a different way for a few days, you're making brand new connections in your brain, okay, which will allow you to come back home with a fresh perspective. It will allow you to see your own life, your problems, your relationships, your home, okay, your own country with fresh new eyes. And this can spark a lot of creativity. This can spark a lot of, innovative problem solving. And you may end up enjoying your life much more than before you left. So it is important that we give this a shot at least once to see if this is true, because in my own experience, I found that when I was living in my own city, I had like a ground level view of life. But when I started to travel, with time, I started to get, a very high vantage point. I was able to see my problems in a much more, compassionate way, much more forgiving way, and therefore I was able to solve them with much more ease. And same went with my relationships, whichever ones would annoy me, or whichever ones I cherished became even sweeter after I started to travel. So this is all I will say about authentic travel. If you've liked these points, do let me know in the comments below, and I will dive deeper with more personal examples. And until then, I will see you in the next one.